Hey, there you go. The toe is in the football. We're kicking off another great hour here, the Steve Gruber Show. I'm glad you're here for the conversation. So much to cover every given day. And look, it's going to be a very busy day on Capitol Hill again today. No surprise. Glad to have you here. This is the Foxhole of Freedom. I fight for this country and for you every single day from this seat and with this microphone. Glad to have you here. Here are three big things you need to know this hour. Number one, ICE and DEA officials arresting criminal aliens on an idyllic New England island, that being Nantucket, yeah, including rapists and murderers. Number two, Grand Rapids is going to review a proposed $100 million bond for a soccer stadium, Amway Stadium, $100 million. And number three, horror stories from the edge. And that's what we're going to start this hour with, horror stories from the edge. I haven't covered this story yet, but it's been gaining attention, and it's worth discussing. The Dominican Republic resort where University of Pittsburgh student Sadiqa Kananki went missing last week experienced a lengthy power outage just hours before she vanished. The resort company and guests let people know that. Kananki is a 20-year-old Virginia resident, and she was seen the last time at 4 a.m. on March the 6th. Apparently walking on the beach outside the RIU Republica Resort, Punta Cana. Less than 2 hours before the University of Pittsburgh student disappeared, power restored at the five-star resort. Adults only, by the way. She was staying with 5 friends, all women. Power was out for about 22 hours. I don't know that this has anything to do with it. I'm just giving you the latest of what we know. The electrical issue started Wednesday, but the same was solved on Thursday. So when the guests went to the beach past 4 a.m., the electricity had already recovered. So one thing has nothing to do with the other, said the hotels, and that's what I would say. So, Sadiqa Kananki, 20-year-old University of Pittsburgh student, missing since March the 6th. The DR, which is currently under a State Department Level 2 travel advisory and shares a border with Level 4 Haiti, experiences almost daily blackouts in certain areas that can last for more than 10 hours, according to the OPEC Fund for International Development. Our commitment to the well-being and comfort of our guests is our priority, so we deeply regret the power failure that affected the Rio Republica Hotel. The hotel parent company added that members of the Republica staff have been doing their best to mitigate the inconveniences generated by the situation. Despite this, we're aware of what's going on. Look, something's wrong here. The DR, most people I know that go to the DR, Ivy's been to the DR, my brother Shane's been there. They all liked it, right? I've not been there. Kananki was reportedly walking with a young man just before she vanished, said La Policia Nacional, the country's national police force. Several guests who spoke with Fox expressed their concerns with the power and the water outage, as well as the safety for other guests there. I understand it's spring break, but this is terrible. The water doesn't work. There's no power. This is terrible. So a lot of complaints about that hotel, and that woman's still missing. Sadly, I don't think this story ends well. I don't think this story ends well, and I think it's going to be another horrible reminder of don't travel alone. Don't travel without your friends. Don't drink to excess and be an idiot. Doesn't end well. All right, over in Grand Rapids, they want $100 million to build a soccer stadium. The Grand Rapids City Commission reviewing a proposal to approve a 30-year bond worth $100 million. Amway Stadium would seat 8,500 people once completed. Grand Action 2.0 is a private developer heading the project. Its website set the cost for the soccer stadium at $175 million, with $115 million coming from public sources and another $60 million being raised from private donations. A $175 million soccer stadium. Eventually, the stadium would host a professional team to play 17 home matches a year, with perhaps as many as 60 other community events to be scheduled every year at the facility. The developer estimates the stadium would generate $408 million in economic impact in Grand Rapids over 32 years. It's a long time. The Michigan Economic Development Corporation approved $252 million in August for a project that includes the soccer stadium. The other projects included the incentive package, an amphitheater with 12,000 seats, a public river walk, as well as a 21-story mixed-use building with 475 rental apartments. How nice of the MEDC. The City Commission also reviewing a proposal to approve $27.5 million bond for the amphitheater project. Throwing around a lot of money over there. So the total price of all of this, apparently, am I right for that? Is the MEDC price of $252 million? That can't possibly cover the 175. It's got to be 170. It's going to be a $425 million development there. To play soccer. All right, well. Donald Trump's all excited about the World Cup coming to the United States, so maybe you should be excited about a $400 to $500 million development in Grand Rapids. If I've got the numbers right, and I could be corrected on that, but there it is. That's the way the numbers look to me on paper. That's a lot of cheese to put out for an amphitheater and a soccer stadium. Meanwhile, speaking of idyllic places and pricey real estate, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Drug Enforcement Administration agents in New England executed a joint operation in Nantucket to arrest illegal criminal aliens. They did that yesterday, by the way. In a post on X, the DEA of New England Division said its agents assisted ICE and ICE Enforcement and Removal Operations ERO Boston with the arrests on the posh summer vacation destination situated 30 miles south of Cape Cod. Let's see. They confirmed that they had arrested a man previously charged with kidnapping and domestic assault and battery, as well as a woman. Suspects' names have not been released yet. In a statement to the publication, the acting special agent in charge of the DEA's New England Field Division would only say it worked with its federal partners on immigration enforcement efforts. Also assisting the operation, the United States Coast Guard. They took federal agents to Nantucket and back to the mainland with a suspect in tow. The town of Nantucket said in a press release that the Nantucket Police Department was contacted by the Department of Justice and DEA about their plans to arrive on the island and serve an arrest warrant for a violent offender. In September, ICE made at least 6 arrests between the islands of Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. The arrests were part of a larger operation to detain illegal alien suspects accused of egregious crimes in the beach towns. Yeah, got a lot going on there. Lots of arrests, lots of people getting cuffed and dragged. Couple. I mean, I don't know what they were worth, but they're violent offenders, so let's go get them. Let's go get them. All right, yeah. Look. If you're a criminal and you're identified, they're going to come get you now. You're not getting a free pass anymore. Not at all. By the way, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, right? St. Patty's Day is here. It is, I guess I'm going to be honest, it's not my favorite holiday. St. Patrick's Day, not my favorite holiday. It's coming up on Monday, but people will be drinking green beer all weekend, I'm guessing. Never understood green beer. Chicago will make the river green, all of that. Ron Rademacher, he's green with envy, and he's up next on Michigan's Backroads. Stick around for that.